Elon Musk and Tesla are having the worst week ever. The fallout of this company is one for the history books. People are protesting, smashing things, and even dumping their Tesla stock, while a Chinese rival company is coming in hot to replace Tesla completely. Tesla went from being the new kid on the block to America's top electric car maker, but now it's in the pits. Dealerships are getting attacked, and a lot of Tesla owners are saying, nah, I'm good, and selling their cars, even after the president did this weird Tesla ad at the White House.
Everything's computer.
Everything's computer is so funny. Tesla's stock has dropped more than 40% since January, wiping out the Trump bump that briefly made it soar to 90% after Election Day. Elon, whose fortune is tied to Tesla, has lost a whopping $121 billion in just 3 months. So what went wrong? Well, according to multiple news sources, 2 things. Number 1, Tesla's sales are plummeting everywhere. Number 2, it doesn't seem like Elon is doing anything about it. While he's off somewhere trying to give people his sperm or plotting the next big move with the federal government, Tesla's sales are tanking. The company had its first ever global sales drop last year, and this year is not looking a lot better. Even Wall Street experts from RBC, UBS, Goldman Sachs, and JP Morgan have lowered their expectations for Tesla's delivery numbers. Tesla is also having a rough time in China, where it's struggling to keep up with local car makers. Last month, its shipments dropped by a whopping 49%. And on Monday, there was a double whammy of bad news for Tesla. First, BYD, or Build Your Dream. Honestly, huge name for a car brand. It's so inspirational, PP. But anyway, BYD, Tesla's biggest Chinese competitor, rolled out a new charging system that can give their cars 250 miles of range in just 5 minutes. Basically, twice as fast as Tesla's chargers. Then, Tesla tried to woo Chinese customers back by offering a free month of its full self-driving software. Good luck with that. Tesla's stock took a hit, dropping 5% on Monday and another 5% on Tuesday after RBC lowered its price target, citing increased competition back home. In the boardroom, it's not looking good either. Some big dogs at Tesla have been cashing out in a massive way. According to the SEC, 4 high-ranking people have sold off over $100 million in stock since February. The latest to jump on the sell-off train is James Murdoch, who's been hanging around since 2017 and happens to be Rupert Murdoch's son. Yes, that Rupert. Check out my video on them. James actually had a huge crash out and dished all his family secrets. He's genuinely a pretty fascinating dude. But anyway, he sold about $13 million worth of shares on March 10th, the same day Tesla's stock took a massive dive, its biggest in 5 years. Talk about timing. Now, James didn't just sell for fun. He sold those shares because he had stock options that were about to expire in 2025. Gotta cash in before they vanish, buddy. It is what it is. Elon's own brother, Kimball Musk, also got in on the action, selling 75,000 shares worth about $27 million last month. And let's not forget the board chair, Robin Denholm, who offloaded more than $75 million in just 2 big transactions over the past few weeks. But hey, look, at least hers were part of a pre-planned sales strategy. No surprises there. This is just the latest round of stock selling, following similar moves last November and December. But here is the kicker, okay? This is all happening while Tesla's stock has plummeted nearly 50% since hitting a high in mid-December. So it is very clear that a lot of people are reading the room and trying to cash out while the going's, well, not so great. Tesla's CFO recently sold over $5 million worth of shares. Some of that was planned, but one of those sales earlier this month, definitely not on the calendar. Looks like he was just cashing in when the mood struck. A company's CFO cashing in is not a good sign at all. You don't have to know anything about business to know that the person in charge of the money cashing out is bad. Tesla does remain the best-selling electric car vehicle in the US, but it's literally Elon himself and his weird antics that have caused some serious damage and protests. Used Teslas are losing value faster than you could imagine. According to car gurus, while used cars in general have dropped by 2.7% over the past year, used Teslas are taking a much bigger hit, down 7.3%. And if you're looking for a used Cybertruck, you know, the thing that lets everyone know you're annoying, that's worth 58% less now. Yikes. Even worse, a report from cars.com found that people are starting to look at non-Tesla electric cars more than Teslas. In fact, searches for other EVs went up 12% in the last year, while searches for Teslas dropped 7%. JP Morgan analysts were so stunned by this, they said they couldn't think of any other car brand losing value so quickly in the history of the industry. Yikes, again. There's also a whole Tesla takedown movement gaining momentum right now. Activists are calling on people to sell their Teslas, ditch their Tesla stock, and even protest at Tesla showrooms. One Tesla owner in California, Joe Roma, told CNN, "I'm getting rid of this car because I'm embarrassed to drive it. I'm tired of Elon Musk and all this garbage that's going on." Again, yikes. Protests against Tesla have picked up massively in the last couple of weeks. On March 7th, a guy tried to throw a Molotov cocktail at a Tesla charging station in South Carolina, but he ended up setting himself on fire. His shirt read, "Trump, long live Ukraine." On March 9th, 4 Cybertrucks spontaneously combusted in Seattle. No one's sure why, but it's not a great look. On March 11th in Massachusetts, vandals went wild, spray painting and stealing the wheels off of 3 Teslas. On March 12th, UK protesters threw orange liquid on a Tesla robot, protesting Elon Musk's policies and general vibe. March 13th, a dozen shots were fired at a Tesla dealership in Oregon. Same thing had happened just 1 week earlier. On March 17th, 2 Cybertrucks went up in flames at a Kansas City dealership, and police suspect arson. And this is just the last week or so. These protests have been going on since the inauguration, and they are only getting bigger. But don't worry, Elon's ego doesn't allow him to see this as an attack on him or the absolutely diabolical stuff he's up to. No. He thinks there's some sort of conspiracy against him going on. He jumped on Fox News, probably the only place he's not scared to do an interview now, I guess, and he called the protesters deranged and stated, "There's some kind of mental illness thing going on." Sure, he knows a lot about that. Then in another Fox News appearance, he shared he believes that there are larger forces at work that are funding and coordinating the Tesla protests. Yes, a guy accidentally setting himself on fire seems really coordinated by some sort of large funded force. Definitely. He called the protest terrorism and said the level of violence is insane and deeply wrong, adding that Tesla just makes electric cars and has done nothing to deserve these evil attacks. All these individual headaches alone would amount to a dire problem for Tesla, even if it had a normal CEO. But Tesla is run by MAGA-pilled madman Musk, who has tied his name and personal brand to the company. This served them both well when Tesla seemed unstoppable, and Elon maybe, wasn't doing heaps of ketamine and weird salutes yet. So what is Elon doing about all this? Not fucking much. Other than getting Trump to do the weird car ad, he seems to be preoccupied doing other morally questionable things in and around the White House and ignoring his companies. The situation has made SpaceX Elon's biggest moneymaker right now, which if you've seen my previous video, is another bet I wouldn't make. But the bottom line here is Tesla is not doing well, and it's because of Elon. Very much fuck around and find out. Wall Street has been cool with Elon Musk because Tesla was the shiny new toy that everyone wanted. Investors are usually fine with Elon's wild antics as long as their wallets are getting fatter. But what happens when Tesla isn't the big boss of electric cars anymore? And what happens when Elon is too busy trying to kick federal workers to actually fix the problem? These are big worries for investors, especially with Trump's economic roller coaster already giving them sleepless nights. Now, Tesla doesn't look so invincible and Elon doesn't seem very sane. Put those two together and it might just spell disaster. Thank you so much for watching. We do 5 videos a week on everything happening all around the world and in the news, so make sure you like and subscribe. You may have noticed my plant slowly dying in the background. I don't know what to tell you. I've got no excuse. I forgot to water it and now it's dying. So I'm just getting ahead of it before someone is mean to me about it. Anyway, see you tomorrow.